the Newcastle Jets have got their next test up against the number 2 side in the competition, Melbourne Victory. It's a fixture that hasn't treated them well in the past, winning only one of their last 10 meetings. But Melbourne Victory, they are a team in form. A 1-0 win over Adelaide United last week. They'll be looking to get more goals and converting some of the big chances that they have been creating so far this season. But it's a test up against the heat as well. It's 31 degrees down in Newcastle, so we will have a couple of drinks breaks for these sides. But it is going to be a good match between the number 2 and number 3 team in the competition. As we look and see these sides getting ready. See Kayla Morrison there having a chat. One of the mascots, and Stephen Hoyle, he must be feeling pretty good about himself in this new role. He's got the Jets playing in a really good fashion. They're scoring goals, they're defending well. But this game just kicking off round 8, but Wellington Phoenix, they'll be taking on Sydney FC. The Phoenix have been playing well, but they've been struggling to get those wins. Canberra United taking on the Mariners, top of the table versus last year's champions. And then closing out the round, Perth Glory up against Adelaide United, whose side have been just battling with a few illnesses as well. But we are going to have a moment of silence after the incident in Bondi Beach this week, and the A-Leagues, we will send our well wishes to everyone there. But for the Newcastle Jets, they're going to make one change to the side that beats the Raw. Josie Allen comes in for Olivia Page, who moves to the bench. Melina Reyes is always leading the line with Callie Brown. And then there's a return for Lauren Allen, who's been out for a little while with an injury. And Sophie Hoban, could she play her first game of the season? There is Melina Reyes up against her former side. There's certainly some familiar faces in those Melbourne Victory shirts, but she scored 2 goals this season. And she scored against her former side before. Last time the Jets beat them twice, it was 2 goals in the 3-2 win. So can Melina Reyes get a goal up against her former side? And then for Melbourne Victory, Jeff Hopkins is elected to stay with the same side that beat Adelaide United. Taylor Ray starts for the 2nd game in a row after being out with injury. Nikki Flannery keeps her spot on the bench after returning from a hamstring injury last week, which hurt her first game for the Victory this season. Also see Ella O'Grady and Grace Marr. She's back after she's been out with injury as well. See these Melbourne Victory girls chatting. They've been an interesting season, had some wins, had some losses, been up and down, but they found a little bit more last week against Adelaide United. It was difficult, but one player who stood out, Holly Furphy. She's got 2 assists so far this season. She's been electric on the wing. She loves to take players on one-on-one. Up against Claudia Chico today, that would be a fierce battle between those 2 players. As I mentioned before, Stephen Hoyle, what an impressive start he's had to the Jets, which has been a team in recent years who've not been very consistent and struggled at the start of the season, but this campaign, they've only had 1 loss so far. A really great win, as I mentioned, against the Brisbane Roar. Our referee this afternoon, Michaela Ryan, assisted by Misu Park and Lucy Hungerford, and then 4th official, Harriet Gee. Jeff Hopkins, he praised the Newcastle Jets in the lead up to this game and his media availability, so he knows it's going to be a tough test for his Victory side. And there will be a moment of silence before we start this game after the devastating and shocking events at Bondi Beach earlier this week. So we're not too far away from getting going here at the number 2 sports ground. This Jets side, as I mentioned, only won one of their last 10 meetings against the Victory. So Victory are very dominant. They are very, very good at shutting down this Jets side, eliminating their weapons. But Kayla Morrison, their centre back, she'll have a tough test up against a former teammate in Melina Rez, who's so dynamic in the box. And Jeff Hopkins also spoke about that, they need to make sure don't get so hurt to her right foot because she can be so lethal from that. But they also admitted there are certainly a lot of weapons in this Jet side who can be a real threat this afternoon. Everyone's very relaxed. Brianna Polisina, what a good start she's had at the life at the Melbourne Victory. 3 goals to her name, only behind Kennedy White, who leads that so far. So field goals are abound in this game. Who will get going first? Melbourne Victory will get us going in this first half. We're underway at the number 2 sports ground. Newcastle Jets taking on the Melbourne Victory. Chesky. Early throw in for the Victory. It's going to be an interesting battle. Kelly Brown up against Chesky. We know she likes to get forward. Brown can be so dynamic, the football fern. Bunge. Just to play it around a little bit, the Victory early on, settle themselves away from home. A Rachel Lowe, a beautiful turn. First sighting of Holly Furphy. India Breyer, who a shirt the ball out of play. So Breyer up against Furphy. It'll be an interesting test for the young player. Imagine there'll be a lot of defensive cover to help out. He's a little bit shorter to come and receive it, and missed it all. Breyer able to head it out of play. Davis finding the feet of Ayres and quick turnaround. Newborn alert to the danger. Sakalis. Easily picked off. Now Ayres doesn't have a lot of options ahead, but she finds a way. Magical feet. Brown up ahead. Plays her through, and Barnes showing her physicality, able to nudge her international teammate off the ball. Furphy under pressure. Right, fighting for it. Low coming in, slipping past the defence. This ball's found Sakalis out on the left-hand side. Sakalis from the edge of the box. Sakalis, and what a save from Anna Lee. Had to be alert to the danger. Sakalis had far too much space. And a good early look on goal for the Melbourne Victory. Looked like a clean effort there from Bunge, but Sakalis on the edge of the box had way too much time and just teed it up. Maybe just a little bit too central in the end, but a good save required. Polisina. High ball, crowded area, falls out to Rachel Lowe. Cleared away. Chevsky. Play calm football, Newcastle. much better at riding the moments this season as opposed to maybe last year where they really were struggling just to find that consistency. Much calmer in possession at times. Davis just hit it, but went straight to Pryor. Furphy. Far from goal, but a little bit of space now. Eventually closed down by Pryor, who ricochets off her leg. Sophia Sakala, she's such a technical player, so talented. Forcing Lee to just have to readjust her steps, use her left hand to save it. Kennedy White, that ball just bouncing over her head. No, she'll drop into deeper roles at times to just be involved. Such a creative number 10. Link-up player. That ball is just overhit. Bates. To Lee. See, Claudia Bunge just following Melina Reyes every time, not giving her any real space. Policina, nice chip to find White. Pryor, like a shadow, followed her the whole way. Pryor, she'll be hoping she can have a real bounce back sort of season in terms of just trying to find her way maybe back into a Matilda squad as the Asian Cup comes around. Chevsky. It's a deep, flat delivery. Went goalward for a moment. Policina on the edge of the box. And another corner. Chico, good defender. Was able to get out there. Motion up against theirs, and then Policina just couldn't get it back in. That's a deep delivery. Lee able to punch it away. That one's a little bit different to the first one we saw. Putting a lot of bodies around Anna Lee. Crowded area, had to be really sure of where the ball was going, and good punch away. Bates there, but lucky for her. That ball just kind of drifted a little bit further than where the pack was congregating. Chico. Lee, Kennedy White closing the space down. Breyer. Bates. He's not able to control it. And Taylor Ray will just mop it up. Settle, but it's going to be a real tactical battle between these sides. He's rotating, moving into different spaces. Jets really disciplined so far in their structure. Josie Allen now putting the press on. Murphy wandered offside. Time. Melbourne Victory dominating possession. That's familiar. That's what they do. They have the top three players in the competition for passes in the opposition half, all from the Melbourne Victory. Anna Chevsky, Mitchell Lowe, and Rihanna Policina. So they will try and lock you in. You can completed the most passes as a team. India Breyer did well to win that ball. Ayres turning into some space. She knows she's looking at goal and maybe a little bit hopeful with that long-range effort. Yanchevsky driving ball to the feet of Sakalis. Two Victorians linking up. Lowe and Furphy making their way into the box. Copus Brown now for the Jets, and Miss Davis just uses the support of her keeper. Chico. Now Josie Allen. Oh, she's got speed to burn. No one's closing her down. She can continue her run. Now Copus Brown. Breyer's found space on the left-hand side. Oh, a little bit further behind than she probably would have liked. Dundas up against Bunge, and Bunge just stuck a leg out. Saw she was going to be beat. A smart foul, but now a set piece from a dangerous area. Dundas, clever. The ball past Bunge, and Bunge just knew exactly what she was doing by sticking the leg out. No protest at all. Attacking opportunities from Newcastle have to be alert. Victory, their defence. Messina was going to line up with Sakalis, but he's gone to join the rest of the group in the line. Copus Brown, flat curl delivery, but straight to Courtney Newbon. Really is impressive, Courtney Newbon. Her run to being a #1 starter for an A-League women's team this go around. Was at the Mariners, and then as a injury replacement, came to Melbourne. Victory as an injury replacement for Lydia Williams. And now she's locked that #1 spot. And what a good job she's been doing. That was relatively comfortable in the end. Polisena left the ball behind for a moment. Clever to find Furphy. Can she keep it in play? Cutting across, and Pryor easily deals with that. See, poor Furphy, she just runs so much. It's one of the things that Rachel Lowe complimented her on last week after the win over Adelaide United. At the end of every game, she's tracking the most amount of ground by any Victory player. She works so hard, attacking-wise, but trying to find different pockets of space. White, Furphy. Everyone forgot about White for the moment. That's a good ball in. Copus Brown got her boot to it. Yanchevsky, Polisena. Can she find back of the net? There's a window. Sailing effort. So strong, Marnie Yanchevsky to hold off Kelly Brown. Minutes in. Now joining us, it's warm evening in Newcastle, 31 degrees. So we'll have a drinks break, but that ball put into space. Too much pace on it. Best efforts so far has come from the Melbourne Victory and Sophia Sakalis, forcing a really good save from Anna Leet. Her left hand, his body weight was just slightly away from where the ball was going. Very acrobatic. Carlos able to pick off the clearance from Pryor and fouled in the process by Claudia Chico. That's an easy decision. Just a little bit overzealous in the challenge. Policina teeing up and getting it on target. Catching practice in the end. Saw the space and said, why not? You're on target, I guess. Get away with it. Get it away. Brown. Policina had a boot to the ankle, it looked like, to the ankle of Cass Davis. Melbourne Victory leading the way in this game and leading it in the competition as well. Now dealt with by Bates. Relatively similar, but Victory just leading it by the shiniest of margin. Two sides in good form at the moment, hitting each other. Bunch down, awkward. Awkward works. Chess match of sorts between these sides. Nothing easy as Ayres got a boot to it. Now Josie Allen, can she attack the space? Airy sort of ball and just missed everybody. Sakalis, so good with her feet. Low. Cass Davis won the ball in a good area. Ayres, another shot on target, but like the first one, lacked any real power to threaten the victory goal. Davis trying to find Breyer, who's making a good run on the left-hand side. Was quick from Melina Ayres, creating another opportunity. Really wanting to test these keepers. Myself, Andriana Policina. Well, trying to get early and good movement from Emma Dundas, but once again, her and Bunch, tangle of bodies. Bates keeps it in. Breyer, Copus Brown, Sakalis coming in on the other side to put a challenge on. Looking for movement, Policina, Sakalis now low. Might have an overload on this left-hand side, cutting it back just behind that pass. There's a good bit of good passage of play for the Melbourne Victory. Furphy. It's a high cross, and there it is. It almost was. It looked for a moment that it found its way in, but that's the movement. Laura Pickett with a good ball across. Bunge and Dundas. There's the movement they want. Pickett. Sakalis with good head up. This is another great move. Chico this time getting her body in front. Low. Dundas knew exactly what she was doing. physical at moments in this game. Pickett. Easy header away for Tash Pryor, but you can see Victory not allowing Newcastle to play out from the back and winning the ball high up. They feel the most likely to score at the moment. And good spells of possession. And they put away their big chances. Rated the most in the competition so far with 19. Allen. The idea. Execution just wasn't there in that moment. Just see Melbourne Victory dominating possession, really suffocating Newcastle, making it really difficult to play out, limiting them to just counter-attacking opportunities, but they are dangerous in those moments. So they're now looking comfortable in defence. Bates. Error, just inviting the pressure of Laura Pickett. Messina to Ray. They're so quick and so sharp with their passes. Victory. Such technically savvy players they have. Carlos, Ray, Lowe, Messina. Just get those one-touch passes working. And just to ease their way through the side's defence. Ayres thought about the pass, elected against it, but Allen working her way past Lowe. Still going. Josie Allen, now Melina Ayres on the edge of the box, trying to find her right foot. India Breyer with the effort, driving effort. To the hands of Newbon. See, she wanted it on her right foot, but Taylor Ray just putting her off, and another easy grab for Courtney Newbon. Carlos. Pickett. Murphy isolated on this right-hand side. Alerts the danger was Bates. You can see Melbourne Victory, their fullbacks push up so high. They can create overloads. Pickett and Furphy on this right-hand side, and then Sakalis and Janchevsky on the left-hand side. So dangerous from wide areas, and then such creative central players as well. Really dangerous team, Melbourne Victory, when they can get it all clicking. We've even got the likes of Nikki Flannery, who's on the bench and working her way back to game fitness. Still aside to welcome Sienna Sylvester as well, who's made the move in the off-season from the Western Sydney Wanderers. Furphy, clever touch. Fades Breyer for the second time, and then Dundas. Really big challenge, and eventually the free kick is awarded. Assistant referee Misu Park coming in to referee Michaela Ryan. See, Dundas just came in fast, but just couldn't slow herself down before reaching Furphy. Policina standing over the ball this time. Curling effort and free header for Kennedy White. Her 6th goal of the season. That was training ground stuff for the Melbourne victory. A beautiful ball from Rihanna Policina. Kennedy White all by herself in the box. Alana Janchevski with the delivery, but Kennedy White, a great finish. Just all by herself. Not sure what happened there for the Newcastle Jets. Completely lost White. A great delivery from Alana Janchevski. Picture perfect stuff. Dreamed of it in training ground. Never be so easy. Allen, clever touch. Can they respond immediately? Josie Allen teeing up. One sailing over. A lot of long-range efforts to start this game. That one just kept on rising. Sakalis. Low. Chico. Very late. Little smiles between the two. Pickett. Oh, skipping past Breyer. Furphy. Too close to lead that time. Saw the vision though. Really right. 6th goal of the season. Her last one before this goal, what she thought was hers, was eventually awarded to Emma Robers from Canberra United as an own goal. Right. After not scoring last week, being an important goal, leading all comers in the competition, the golden boot race. Murphy switching sides just for the moment. Chesky, what a great delivery that was. Beautiful ball. Allen. Breyer. Well defended by Pickett. Breyer eventually getting it away, and not far away was Melina Reyes. India Breyer did really well to find a bit of space just to get that ball in the box. Furphy against Claudia Chico. Sakalis just lost the ball for the moment. White. Now cheaply given away to Melina Reyes, and then just didn't beat that pass properly to Brown. White, can she get her second of the game up against Bates? Turning, heavy touch from Furphy, and then just came charging in with that boot. Pickett, and then Ayla Morrison in front of Melina Reyes to Maybe lose to block Ayres' vision of the ball, but either way, a good passage of play, but Holly Furphy sticking her boot out. Claudia Chico is a player who's not afraid of getting in a tussle with opposing players. Hallmark of this Newcastle side last year. Red cards and disciplinary record at times. Copus Brown is not on the same page as Claudia Chico. Just joining us now, it's Melbourne victory with Kennedy White goal from a set piece, teed up by a player on the ball right now, Alana Janchevski. It separates these two teams. Victory dominating possession so far. Jets have had their moments, just hasn't clicked into place so far. Victory making it very difficult for them. Brown. It's a nice ball. Newbon able to get in the way as Ayres got tangled in the nets. Breyer, inviting ball, but overshot everybody. Copus Brown, and that time headed away by Taylor Ray. Davis. Chico. Her effort. Well off the mark. Delivery from Brown and Newbon. Strong, commanding goalkeeping. Low. It's not a good sign. Just touching that right hamstring looked. So it'll give a great opportunity for everybody to get hydrated. A few discussions with the coaches, and I imagine Jeff Hopkins will be pretty pleased with the way his side is playing so far. Dominating possession, finding little combinations that have been working. Have to put more goals on the board. Take advantage of their dominance so far. Looks good and running. Scored last week against Adelaide United. Taylor Ray, she's doing so well in that role of number 6. Great defensive play. We saw her last year with the Central Coast Mariners playing in a more as a centre back for a large portion of the season after so many injuries they had in those roles, and she did so well, but now back to her natural role in the midfield, and she's so great at helping progress her side up the field. And Melbourne victory, 4 shots to Newcastle's 3. A lot of those Newcastle shots on target have been long-range efforts that haven't really troubled Courtney Newbon, so slightly deceiving. Janchevski, Sakalis. Breyer. Headed away. Ball from White. Heavy touch from Furphy, though. It's a foot race. Chico and Furphy. Having too much luck at the moment, Holly Furphy. Switching out to that left-hand side. Ridgely started on the right. Janchevski. Polisina. Sakalis. Such a great combination between those two, but Pollicina eventually just sandwiched, winning it ball back, and too much in that challenge. Michaela Ryan deems, so free kick for the Jets. Furphy. Allen. Dundas. Ferrez. Will she turn and shoot? She will, and that's wayward. Off balance. Pickett. It's low. Pollicina. Carlos drifting into the space that Pollicina's vacated. Now they find her. Close, but not close enough that time. But once again, the combination between Sophia Sakalis and Rihanna Pollicina proving to be a good avenue towards goal for the victory. Two players who such a great connection. First time they're playing together at Melbourne Victory. They've had a great success in the Victorian NPL competition with Box Hill. NPL Victoria champions most recent season. Such technical players who just know how to find the space. Davis. Thought she had won it, but Pollicina did well to regain possession. Bunge. Dundas. That's poor. Cleaned up by Bates and Pryor. Pryor now. Once again, off target with these passes. Jets getting themselves into trouble.
Get together then! Get compact! Come on!
That was close at one point. You can see the gap starting to emerge. Melbourne Victory, 81% to Newcastle's 71. It's an area they're going to have to clean up if they're not going to get a lot of possession. They're going to need to be crisp, but when they do have it,
Get him up halfway!
Dash Pryor.
Yeah, on the move, come on! Move with the ball!
Bates.
Behind you!
Chico. Just once they get to that final third, or they look close to breaking through, just lose each other, not on the same page with some of these passes. Polisina. Low. Polisina once again. Sakalis. Turning defence into attack so quickly as Kennedy wide and Josh Pryor just a little bit of a battle.
Pass along, and then start to creep. That'll do you that, and off you go again. Move it.
Need to create a chance here, Newcastle.
Well done.
7 shots on goal. Only 1 has been from inside the box, so Victory really creating a fortress around their goal. Everything is need to take a real chance, Newcastle, from these long-range efforts. Pryor. See, just turn on that press. And Victory just to force a mistake. Cut off any space, really. As Ayres is able to turn and go. Opus Brown. And finding an option. That's what they go with. Brown. Yes, the ball was inviting, but there just was nobody who went to the party with the invite. There's no one in the box for the Newcastle Jets. And Newcastle crowd do not agree with that call. Didn't think it was a foul. Feels like it might have been just a clip of the heels there, accidental, and then Kennedy White touching the ball with their hands. Newcastle fans not pleased with the call, but it might have been the right one. Low to Janchevsky. Sakalis cutting across to Furphy. Too far out of her reach, but she's able to keep it in play. Pickett. Furphy once again. Janchevsky. Certainly an ambitious sort of strike. As I mentioned, Janchevsky, #1 in the competition, with touches in the opposition half as a fullback. Drifts centrally at times. Brown. Allen making a good run. Next to go with Opus Brown on the right-hand side. Can they get goal before the break? And once again breaking down in that final third. Jeff Hawkins spoke about the side needing to be set in defensive structure and handing off the options for the Jets, and it feels like the message throughout the week is paying dividends in this game. Defensive work rate and cutting off spaces, especially out wide. The Jets have had some issues with in this game. Getting that width. Dundas. Yates. Cut off by Bunge. Low. Great. Just starting to create and see bigger gaps in the Newcastle defence at times. Just so much constant movement from Melbourne Victory. So Furphy moved from the right-hand side to the left. Olsina will drop deep. Chevsky will come centrally. It's a lot to keep an eye on. Great turn. Walking the tightrope and keeping the ball in play. Just too much on the pass. So we will get 2 more minutes of added time to close out this first 45 minutes at the number 2 sports ground. Melbourne Victory. 1 goal advantage. Pickett. Furphy. High ball and White rose for it. Sakalis. Into the gloves of Annalete. Furphy. Teeing up from a long way out and always dragging wide of goal. And Sakalis, that effort, easy save in the end. A lot of long-range efforts in this game. Only 7 of them once taken of inside the box. Melbourne Victory, 1 effort they really needed. Kennedy White able to put it away. So Lani Yanchevsky to take the corner. And they get another bit of luck and success from a set-piece opportunity. We know they love to score from corners in recent seasons. Controlling effort into the box, but cleared away from the near post. And that will be the last bit of action for the first 45 minutes. The number 2 sports ground. Melbourne Victory, 1 goal advantage. They've been the dominant side in this first 45 minutes. Kennedy White, the goal scorer. What a great start to her life at Melbourne Victory. But at halftime, it is the Newcastle Jets 0, Melbourne Victory 1. It's been a lively first 45 minutes. Victory having a lot of success in the final third. Just not able to put it away at times, but Sakalis, great effort from the edge of the box, forcing a good save from Annalete. That was a sign of things to come. Lani Yanchevsky with a beautiful ball to Kennedy White. Couldn't have been any easier for her. Not a Jets player in sight. And just had to set her eye on the goal and guide it past Annalete. That's exactly what she did. Great delivery from Alana Yanchevsky. Newcastle and India Breyer almost finding their way on goal. It's a good delivery as well, just slightly above the head of Melina Reyes. Victory, almost 60% possession, more shots on target, and they've been so accurate with their passes as well. The all-important goal separates the two sides, but there'll be more action in the second half of the number 2 sports ground.
We should have if you can hit the security guard, yeah, an extra 50.
And welcome back here to the number 2 sports ground. Melbourne victory with a 1-goal advantage over the Newcastle Jets. And the Jets will be looking for some inspiration, and they can certainly turn to their bench, where Tara Andrews, their all-time goal scorer at the club, is now in a coaching role. We spoke to Tara about the transition into the coaching department at the Jets.
And the header here is in for 3. And it's Newcastle's all-time leading scorer, Tara Andrews, who notches up A-League women's goal number 40.
To be back in Jets colours in a bit of a different role this time is really exciting. I'm excited to get started, obviously, with the team in this role. And obviously Newcastle's my home to be able to sort of represent and give something back now to the team. I'm really excited about. Yeah, so as an assistant coach, I guess, the ability to be able to help the girls in a little bit of a different format, supporting them, maybe being a bit of a mentor as well for the younger girls, and then trying to, I guess, give off, my experience and my, hopefully, technical skills that I've learned over the time to hopefully help the team and maybe get some good strikers. Working with someone like Melina Ayres would be really great to do, so hopefully I can help them in that regard. When Steve sort of reached out, I was pretty excited. It was a really good opportunity that came up, and a few of the things that I wanted to know with how he coached, what sort of energy he was going to bring to the club, what sort of philosophy, and it really excited me when I spoke to him about that. And hopefully that he saw in me that I could actually be benefit and help the girls out, obviously with the team this year. New coach, a lot of new girls will be coming in as well, so I think the first bit will just be trying to build that new philosophy and get the connections with the new players to try and get that really early, and then to just try and build the team from there. And obviously everyone's looking for finals football. Life's obviously been fairly different since I retired from playing with the Jets, and so the last couple of years I've still been playing just locally because I still love football, obviously, and I've actually started getting into the coaching, so done a couple of licenses to get into the coaching and sort of doing some of the junior stuff. And then personal side, just been travelling, obviously still working full time and that sort of stuff, so just enjoying my life and life outside of football.
It's absolutely fantastic to have Tara Andrews back in the competition in a different role, but she is the all-time goal scorer for Newcastle Jets. 45 goals in her life at the Jets. She's a fantastic player. Just having a little bit of fun here at number 2 sports ground, trying to get that paper airplane into the bucket. No luck, it looks like, but a lot of chances in the first half. Sophia Sakalis with the first of many long-range efforts we would see in the first 45 minutes. A great save from Anna Leet, slightly off balance, but got her left hand to it. Sakalis has been lively all game, linking up with Rihanna Politsina. This was the goal, this was the moment. Alana Yanchevsky with a beautiful delivery. Kennedy White guiding it into the net so often. We've seen Kayla Morrison, Claudia Bunge get involved. This time, the centre forward, Kennedy White, 6 goals so far in her life. The Melbourne victory. And everyone is all smiles for the victory. Great ball from India Breyer here, but just too tall for Melina Ayres. Morrison getting in the way. Good chances. Victory. All important goal to lead here at half-time, but plenty of action to continue in round 8. Wellington Phoenix taking on Sydney FC. Sydney FC will be out without Nat Tobin. Just announced her pregnancy, so congratulations to Nat Tobin. Canberra United taking on Central Coast Mariners. Canberra, they are top of the table, and Central Coast Mariners former champions, and Perth Glory up against Adelaide to close out the round. But it's fantastic to be in a game in Newcastle. The fans love it. Got such a lively crowd, lively community. But hopefully they will all be coming down to enjoy the Asian Cup. And we host it here in Australia next year. See some of the best players from the Matildas and all across Asia.
1, 2, 3, best believe I got something up my sleeve. I'm a queen and I'm coming for my throne. Should've known your days were numbered. It's my turn, watch and learn.
Oh, I say it's incredible!
Welcome back here to the number 2 sports ground. Melbourne victory, a dominant first half of football. Continuing on from that win against Adelaide United. Lots to fix for the Newcastle Jets. There were some bright spots, but just got themselves tangled up a little bit as the half progressed. And Melbourne victory are finding little gaps and little pockets to kind of capitalise on. And Santa's already handing out the treats, an early Christmas present. Can these Jets fans get another one in a win this afternoon? Got options. And it is still very warm at number 2 sports ground. The wind is going to be a big factor in this second half. So lots to contend with for these players. 28 degrees at the moment. So those long-range efforts, either way, whichever way the wind's going, might see a reduction in those kinds of efforts and have to really get themselves closer to the goal, get into the box. Here's the goal scorer, Kennedy White. Easiest goal she'll probably ever score. Lena Reyes, she's had some efforts, long-range ones. I had that cross from India Breyer that was just slightly above her head that she couldn't connect with. No, she only needs a few moments to find her way to the back of the net. Such a threat in front of goal, and we're underway for this second half. Ayres immediately gifting possession back to the Melbourne Victory. Allen. Ayres. And free kick. Similar sort of position to where Melbourne Victory had it in the first half, just on the opposite side. They like to just play it short and play it quickly. Go backwards. Newcastle up against the wind of this second half, so it's come really quickly, the wind, and it's change. Allen. Now imagine Stephen Hall would, on his side, just focus on trying to be really compact defensively, but just maybe trying to keep it a little bit more simple in the final third, trying to overcomplicate it at times, and passes going one way and players going another. Just would love a spell of good possession, force Victory a little bit deeper. Melbourne Victory being so dominant in the first 45. Can Newcastle change it? And that's a good delivery, but in the end, it drifted away from Copus Brown. Chevsky, foot race, Pryor and White. It was a good battle in the first 45. Each had their moments, but Kennedy White leading the scorecard. Sakalis drifting centrally, low. Almost left the ball behind. Polisina. No, she has the range, but blocked on its way through. Sakalis. Low. This is what they can do, Melbourne Victory. Just force the Jets further and further. Clever pass to Polisina. Can she get it across? There's Lee able to save it. Really good pass from Alana Janchevsky. Saw the space. Invited the run from Polisina. Allen. A few bright moments in the first 45. Chico. Now Cass Davis. Allen. Trying to get rid of Taylor Ray. Davis. Back to her once again. Curling effort, and you can see the wind in action. Just from right to left, just pushing it away, and for a moment Courtney Newbon was not sure where it was going, and have some options on the bench, the Newcastle Jets. Bring on Lauren Allen. Number 2 in all-time goal scoring for the Jets. Chico. Eventually, and that's heavy collision between those two. And Mitchell Lowe, I don't think she was a fan of it. No subs at time. Breyer. Allen. Brown and Ayres. Josie Allen. Lauren Allen's on the bench. Tasked with finding an option. Ayres. All held up in the wind. Chico, you can see real right to left, dragging that ball the wind. Allen. Brown. Not a lot of options centrally. And eventually, Jachewski winning the battle. Furphy just brushed off the challenge. White. Furphy continuing the run now. She has space on the edge of the box. She go for goal. She does, but well defended, and a little bit of frustration there from Holly Furphy. Thought there was free kick there. Brown. Pryor. Bates. Jets a little bit more possession to start the second half. Yes, and Policina just make sure they can't go again quickly. Is a challenge on Emma Dundas, just trying to fight over each other to win back possession. Bates. And absolutely unforced error from Emma Bates. Was looking for India Breyer. Ayres losing balance. Brown. Brown. Ayres hasn't found any space all game. Morrison thought about a challenge, and then Ayres thought for too long and allowed Morrison to swoop in and reclaim possession. Carlos just running into Emma Dundas. Newcastle fans are not pleased with these calls. And collision of bodies. Right call. Seeing Emma Dundas get involved in a few little battles throughout this game. Not afraid to get in a challenge. It's just starting to rain a little bit here at the number 2 sports ground. So hot, windy, and a little bit of rain. All the elements getting involved. Jeff Hopkins has got a booklet out there that I'm not feeling it's suited for any rain, so hopefully he's got all of his notes in his head. Sakalis. One back by Policina. Corpus Brown stepping on her foot, it looked like, and getting a yellow card for her trouble. Not happy Look at that, and yeah, just stepping on the foot of Polisena. It looked, certainly wasn't intentional, just very unlucky. So Libby Copus-Brown, name in the book. To reset. We saw only Josie Allen and Alana Yachevsky, so she's walking away. Be Rihanna Polisena. What can she muster up? It's finding Furphy and White. Sorry, Kayla Morrison on that far post, almost redirecting it goalward. Furphy heading it on and just too quick before Kayla Morrison could react in time to redirect a goalward. But another one, those free kicks and victory players finding too much time and space. But Briar's got time now and made its way into the box, but cleared away. Furphy. White. Waiting for numbers to arrive. Furphy's first on the scene. Cutting it across for Polisena! Rihanna Polisena! A fantastic effort on goal. What a strike. Took it first time. And Melbourne Victory double their advantage. Furphy, the great ball in, and Polisena just stuck a boot out, guiding it into the net past Lee. A fantastic effort. Her fourth goal of the season. And it's the top two goal scorers for Melbourne Victory, who have continued their run, enjoying their life at their new club. Holly Furphy, mentioned her at the start of the broadcast. So dangerous out on the wing. She can find players in the box, and great delivery matched with an even better strike on goal. So if it was difficult before for the Jets to get back in this game, it's got a lot harder after that goal from Rihanna Polisena. Just so quick. Able to turn defense into attack. Furphy continuing that run. Getting reward for all of her work rate. Her third assist of the season. Given away, Sakalis, and cleared by Dundas. Once again, White to Furphy to Polisena. What a great delivery. And a volley that's only we dream of. It's excellent finish. Gave Lee no chance. She didn't have much time to take a second touch and just directed it on goal. High, deep delivery. Lee having to punch it away. Briar. Allen trying to force the issue. Copus Brown. Not a lot of numbers in the box. Just take a snapshot right there. It's Kelly Brown on the edge of the box, and then Melina Reyes so deep, and the delivery was nowhere near either of them. But there needs to be more numbers in the box for the Newcastle Jets to really threaten this victory goal. They've been so good in the Melbourne victory of not allowing Newcastle to really progress up the field. Being really compact defensively, and looks like Newcastle are preparing some subs. Sophie Hoban set to come on for her first game of the season. Murphy losing out, but immediately won back by Rachel Lowe. And it looks like it's going to be an attacking change for Newcastle. Ruben going to come on for Cass Davis, it looks like. Holding midfield on for an attacking-minded player. So there's confirmation. Captain Cass Davis. And the captain's armband to Copus Brown, and then Sophie Hoban for her season debut for the Newcastle Jets. And remains stay at the club for a little while, but Cass Davis, Stephen Hoyle knowing he needs to push, needs his side to spark something. Bring on Sophie Hoban. Four-year-old. Pickett. White. Just see a lot of it in the middle, but Melbourne victory just forcing the issue. Pryor. Dundas. So Dundas, the deepest lying midfielder for the Jets now. She'll have to find the key and help her side unlock this victory defence, which has been so solid, so sharp all game. Dundas under pressure from Polisena, just a little bit overzealous in that challenge, and you can see the frustration in the Jets, and victory trying to make them uncomfortable, and cleared away by Pickett. Breyer. Allen. Ayres. Not a lot of space. Eventually got a goal, but Newbon. Very easy. It's been a tough afternoon for the attacking line of Newcastle. He's having to drop deep at times, and immediately surrounded whenever she has the ball. Pryor, teamwork from the Jets to win it back. Hoban, her first real touch. Pryor. Chico. Trying to use the width. Copus Brown, that ball's drifting. As always, off target. Well, off target in the end, really. Gap really emerging there. Melbourne victory, 41-34 for Newcastle. 2 goals to show for it. Pryor. Chico. Wanting to use her speed and eases past Janchevsky. Ayres got it under control. Off the crossbar, saved by Newborn first. That's the chance that Melina Ayres wants. Did well to bring it under control and forced a great save from Courtney Newborn. And the crossbar, there is a second line of defence for Melbourne victory. Hoban. Balls out and Chico just burst of pace, easing past Janchevsky, but look at this. Bit of skill from Ayres to bring it under control and a really good save from Courtney Newborn. Chico, she's so quick. Ayres, like it was just going to go too far out of reach, but to bring it under control and get the shot away. That's why she is such a threat up front. The service just hasn't been there at times today, but I've seen a little bit more from Newcastle in the last few minutes. Sophie Hoban, she's motivated. And smiles from Holly Furphy. Already got her assist. Furphy getting her name in the book as well, so confirmation. It's Pryor, the target. Brown trying to find the pocket of space to turn into. It'll be a free kick for victory. And every time a call goes against the Jets, the hands get more and more annoyed. Not really sure the free kick was for in the end. There it is, Kelly Brown on Kennedy White. Look to turn away from Chico, but just an awkward positioning for Chico and just easy decision. Polisina, Janchevsky. Options are very limited as Kennedy White blocks the path to lead as well. And victory. Reward retaining possession. The final third. Janchevsky spinning away from trouble. Low. Easily moved. Sophie Hoban, she's been a spark since coming off the bench. Ray. And it block her path. And that pass to Kelly Brown. Not to the advantage. Pickett. Furphy. To pick it, Furphy. It's a good ball across. And so Lauren Allen, it's going to be another change. 1,145 at the number 2 sports ground. Fantastic to see so many people attending this game during the Christmas period. So many more games across the league throughout the holiday season. So please make sure, go out, support your local team. So much great football in this competition. It's been a great season so far to start this 25-26 campaign. Glad to see some players, some young Matildas, junior Matildas as well, and maybe some players who make that Asian Cup squad as well. And Chesky, that ball shallow and cutting through and making its way across the box. It's a miracle that no Victory player was able to get a touch to direct that towards goal. Nikki Flannery, Grace Ma, they're both going to make their way on for Melbourne Victory. Taylor Ray going ahead off, just as she did last week. And Kennedy White, goal scorer, to be replaced by Nikki Flannery in her second game this season. Smart makes her return back as well. So Lauren Allen coming on for the Newcastle Jets. Ma. Sakalis. Furphy switching sides. She did in the first half. Policina is tracking back, doing the defensive duties, and has confirmation. Libby Copus-Brown coming off for Lauren Allen. Policina just too far ahead, that pass of Sophia Sakalis. Lively all afternoon, Sakalis. Good evening, sorry. Allen. Reuben once again involved in the action. Can the substitute make an instant impact? Maybe Lauren Allen could have been more selfish in the moment. Elected to go for the pass to find Kelly Brown. Just too far ahead. Victory able to get numbers back. Sophie Hobart, since coming on, has really been finding space in the middle of the park, trying to create something. Just haven't found the answer yet. .73 minutes in. Policina. Cutting it across to Sakalis. She can save it. And offside is the call. I wondered why she had found so much space on that left-hand side by herself. Dundas. Allen. Chico. And Lauren Allen this time pulling out the tricks. Run back by Nikki Flannery. back of Bates. Yes, couldn't bring the ball with her. Breyer. India Breyer scored match winner round 1 of this season against Canberra United, coming on as a sub. So she's also potentially an option. It's her first ever goal in the competition with that goal, and the time to do it in that game. Gonna need a little bit of that spark here at Newcastle. In the last 15 minutes of this game, they're going to have to lift, really force the issue against the Melbourne Victory. Josie Allen, Hoban. Has done well once again. Speed is there, she's able to get past players, but just that final pass has been not working all game. Allen, good challenge against Sakalis. 7 is the number that separates those two sides. And total shots so far. Melbourne Victory forcing the issue all game. Yanchevsky floating it in for Lowe. Drifting into space, and Flannery clean. The first time didn't work, but the second time she found the answer. Nikki Flannery, first goal of the season in just her second game. First one was blocked, and the second one, clean look. Beautiful ball to Rachel Lowe, and then Nikki Flannery blocked the first time by Leet, but the second time she wasn't going to be denied. And a great effort and a great goal for Melbourne Victory. They'll be feeling a lot more comfortable now after that third goal. And perfect opportunity to bring on Ella O'Grady. Taking off Holly Furphy, who got an assist for that second goal. All the attacking threats from Melbourne Victory getting involved in the action. And after that little spell from Newcastle, Melbourne Victory said enough's enough. They put this game to bed, and Ellie Brown's Brown, Elena Reyes down in the box and just got an arm to the face from Kayla Morrison. Just an accident. It's been a tough afternoon for the Jets, with Victory being so solid defensively. It's been a fixture that, as I mentioned at the right at the top of the broadcast, Victory have dominated, winning 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. Jeff Hopkins would be pleased. He's starting 11, done really well, but then to have Nikki Flannery returning from injury, getting on the score sheet as well. So many attacking threats in Melbourne Victory. Still got more players to come back, like Sienna Silvesca, such a creative force. Playing it across that time. just a momentarily stop there, and Victory opting to go long. Newbon. Long clearance, and it's going to come back the other way. We're going to have another substitution. This time, Claire Adams coming on for Emma Dundas. Tougher evening for Emma Dundas. Battled hard in the middle of the park, but just didn't have a lot of space, and then was forced to do a lot of defending once Cass Davis went off. But Lauren Allen, and then Newbon did not control it. Bobbled it into her own net, gifting the Jets a goal. Good pass out wide, and Allen just had a strike of it, and Newbon just did not control it at all. Fumbling it into her net. She is number 2 on that list for all-time goal scorers, Lauren Allen at the Newcastle Jets. Trying to get closer and closer to her new coach, Tara Andrews. That goal just making it more interesting. Ella O'Grady into the hands of Anna Leet. The rain has just been drizzling for a little while in this second half, and maybe that was a factor for Courtney Newbon, but there's pressure now. Newcastle still plenty of time in this game, but they're going to have to act very quickly. Sakalis, O'Grady to Lowe. Back out to Ella O'Grady. It's going to be trying to hold it at the corner flag with so much time left in the game, but bringing immediately back Victory. Lucina. Adams, and Adams just coming in, and which for a moment it'd be a goal kick, but it's going to be a corner. Late, commanding, very quick in transition. Pryor looking for options. And easy, header away. Goes straight to Claire Adams. Ayres sending it up in the box, and then headed goalward by Lauren Allen, just wide. With an ankle injury. But great from Lee, just got it out and just tried to move it very quickly. Subs that have come on for Newcastle have made an impact in this game. Just changed the flow of Newcastle's attack a little bit more. There's one of them, Sophie Hoban. To Allen, back to Hoban. Keeps her balance, and then back of Kayla Morrison. Adams, heavy touch. Smart, arm in possession. O'Grady. Waiting for some numbers and some support. Carlos back to O'Grady. Ruben. Pryor. Need to move it quickly, Newcastle. They don't get caught holding possession, taking too long to make decisions. Not enough time in the game to do that, but also when they allow Victory that much time to just get set in their defense. And much harder to break through. O'Grady. Yanchevsky. Fouled by Allen. Just taking their time. Everything will just get a little bit slower for the Melbourne Victory. So comfortable. Just an error from Courtney Newbond. Just bring a little bit of the pressure. O'Grady. It's the third time now O'Grady's found herself near the corner flag or the touchline and try to hold it there and immediately losing possession. Ruben against Grace Smart. Where will this drop? Morrison up against the much shorter Josie Allen. Got it the second time, but the Yanchevsky boot was high. Possession immediately won by the Jets. Adams. One idea, too close to Newbon. From her goal, Hoobon's going to press her. She's going to continue. Not enough numbers where the ball was directed. Ma went for it. Headed it away from Melina Reyes. If Hopkins pleased with his side's efforts. You can see though that return of Lauren Allen. Something that could be very helpful for this Newcastle Jets team. Threat around the box. Chico able to save it, but only white shirts surrounding her. Hoban on the move quickly here, Newcastle. Chico, Allen. Still, they push and they press. Running out of time. Allen. Lauren Allen this time. Too much on that pass. Briar's going to have to work hard to save it. Leeds. Brown. Briar. Back to Brown. Ruben. Josie Allen. She's getting a little bit slow and stuck in the mud at the moment. High delivery and easy grab for Courtney Newbon. Everything just almost felt like it came to a grinding halt in the final third. Couldn't find that pass. There was not enough movement. players down. Nikki Flannery and Claire Adams. And a little bit of treatment. Flannery, goal scorer, up for the third goal for Melbourne victory. And a shot initially saved by Leeton on the second go at it. Calmly found the net. More minutes to be added for the second half. Nikki Flannery just receives treatments and players getting hydrated. Flannery, second season now, the Melbourne victory after leaving Canberra United for so long.
Happens too often.
A tough afternoon for Melina Reyes. Had a great chance in the second half and forced a really, really good save from Courtney Newbont. Prosper in that second line of defence after the initial save from Newbont. Just hasn't got the ball in and around the box enough. The efforts were really felt quite far away. Adams and Flannery get ready to come back on. They seem to be okay. Back on feet, it's good to see. Hoban. Chevsky watching it the whole way. Does feel like the Jets have run out of time. Last time these two teams played in that 4-3 thriller, late Kayla Morrison goal, sealing a win for the victory at the home of the Matildas. Pryor. And we're going to get those late dramatics here. Doesn't feel like victory suddenly just coming loose at the seams and give away a chance as Policina just couldn't get it back that time. And Claire Adams just got a foot in front of her and the run.
Second ball in there.
Carlos. Allen. Sorry, it is. Headed away by Pickett, who's worked really hard all afternoon. Evening. Number 2 sports ground. I just feel the energy starting to drain a little bit as this game nears to a close. To work really hard, both sides. Victory, scoring those 3 goals, but being very resolute for the most part in their defensive structure. And for Newcastle, they've done a lot of defending, and every time they tried to create it, hasn't come easy to them. coming off a 3-0 win over the Brisbane Roar last round. Not the same this week as Rachel dribbles out of the field of play but was fouled. Morrison still shouting instruction to be solid all the way to the end. As Ma just plays it into space. Over the 5 minutes, but see how much additional time Michaela Ryan will give. Breyer, Bates, there from Flannery, Ma, Policina, back to Ma, and we'll just keep it in the corner, take time. Entry possession. Flannery just that slip. Getting a full balance there. Sliding to look like, and free kick as Policina will just keep it in and around the corner, take time off and keep possession. Eating time off the clock. O'Grady. Flannery. And Newcastle do eventually win it back. It's a lot of time taken. Stuck in that corner. Allen. And a free kick. Just a slow hold to the finish line this game. Free kicks and all staying in the corner. And eventually, Michaela Ryan blows the full-time whistle at the number 2 sports ground. Melbourne victory. 3 good goals and 3 important points. In a tough period, tough opponents coming up. Taking on Melbourne City next, and good win up against a really good team in the Newcastle Jets. Second taking on third. Newcastle wasn't exactly what they were after, struggled at times. Still have been a bright start to their campaign. The win will see Melbourne victory moves to the top of the table for the moment, but full time at the number 2 sports ground, it's Newcastle Jets 1, Melbourne victory 3. Lively game of football, and should have known after this strike from Sophia Sakalis. Beautiful long-range effort.